I've literally seen a couple arguing, like, shut the fuck up and just take this fucking picture. And they'll take a picture. And that's the one that goes on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, what a load of shit, dude. But maybe that's how they make their money. That, getting sponsorships or whatever. But that's me. I don't like lying like that. So if Pete and I are fighting or not doing well, I'm not going to write some positive, mushy shit on Instagram about it.
Exactly.
It's not my style.
I know you see these couples online and you'll be like, oh my God, wow, I want to have such a relationship in my life. When will I find love? Every time I go into a relationship, it ends with a disaster. But I'm telling you, baby, not everything you see online is true. And not everything you see online, it's untrue. Maybe sometimes people are in love with each other and they are making money out of it, and that's okay to be happy and making money. But let's talk about 90% of what's happening online. It's not true. These people have to stage before they film. Watch them. Like, think about it. Make a scene in your head. These people have to stage loving one another before they film, and then they click pause and then they post another or do another pose to be staging that they are happy. Damn it. Of course it's not real, because we be like watching a film, let's say on Netflix, we're watching a movie, right? And this movie, actors, they are acting, and because they are acting so good, you're so convinced with what they are acting and you think it's actually true and you live the scene. So that's what's happening on social media as well.
The couples that constantly post each other on social media, I'm talking about like every picture is literally with their boyfriend, with their girlfriend, whatever. They are so like obsessed with each other online. Those couples are always in the most unhealthiest and unhappiest relationships in the entire world. Like the amount of times that I've had friends that are so obsessive over their boyfriends, and then they tell me what happens behind closed doors, and I'm over here like, you would have never guessed in a million years that this was going on behind the scenes, because they post the most picture perfect moments with each other all the time. So this is just a reminder to never compare yourself to couples that you see online, to anything that you see online, because you just never know what is happening behind the scenes.
You know what's literally the worst? When you see a couple that you know are toxic. Like everyone around you knows that they fight non-stop. And they post on Instagram like they're the most lovely, most gentle couple. Been 4 years with the love of my life. 4 years of fucking anguish. 4 years of fucking problems. 40 years of you calling every friend you have saying he's the worst fucker you've ever met. So don't pretend. Don't you pretend. It's a new song I've got coming out. It's called Don't You Pretend.
Couples who are genuinely happy are just being happy. Yeah. They're not posting it on Instagram. Like, I can't tell you how many people come into my office and I just saw they're like, #blessed, best husband ever. And meanwhile, they're cheating on each other or they're fucking miserable. But they're performing for the audience. And then the rest of us are comparing our relationship to that performative bullshit relationship.
That's another big problem, is I think a lot of us are performing our lives and not living them.
We're cosplaying our relationships.
It's crazy.
We're cosplaying our lives.
Yeah.
Like we're comparing ourselves to people that don't actually look like that. Like they're Photoshop. Like they're not even real. They have filters. That's not a real fucking person. Compare yourself to real people. Like I had this conversation with my younger son when he was a bit younger, and he and I were at a difficult point in our relationship. And he was like talking about the ways that, I could have been a better dad or I wasn't a better dad. And I was like, what are you comparing me to like a real dad that you've met? Like, because if you're comparing me to your like imaginary perfect father, I'm going to compare you to my imaginary perfect son. We're both going to be really unhappy, right? And by the way, this is a good lesson to learn.
I'm not here to disappoint you or making these videos to make you feel like all relationships is all complications and there is no love to be found just because on social media they are bending a picture that maybe is not real. But I'm here to slap you. I'm here to wake you up. Sister to sister, I'm here to tell you, hey, maybe you are having such a good relationship and you're wasting it because you're thinking of a fantasy in your head that maybe it's not here. Maybe you have to stage for it to be true. And you don't have to stage for your life to happen. You just allow moments to happen. You just allow your partners to be. You just see complications in your life and you have to work your way through it by fixing it by working it with your own way, with your own partner, and stop wasting this good relationship just because it's not matching the fantasy on social media.
It's obvious to me that a lot of you don't realize this yet, but the happiest couples you know, or the happiest couples in general, do not post on social media about each other. The relationships out there that are as good as the movies, the fairy tale relationships, yeah, they're the ones that you know absolutely nothing about. More often, a couple posts about each other on social media, the worse that relationship is. Happy people in happy relationships don't feel the need to prove anything to anyone. All the people out there making appreciation posts and happy birthday posts and happy anniversary posts for their significant other, yeah, they're trying to prove something to somebody. Because if you truly didn't care about what anyone thinks, you would just go and tell them that you appreciate them in person. It blows my mind how many of you make those posts while the person you are making the post about is right there in the other room where you could just say to them in person. If you are happy in a relationship and there is no insecurity from either side, there is no reason to say something to the world about the person you're in a relationship with. The only person who needs to see it or hear it is that significant other, and they don't need the world to see it to feel appreciated. Feel free to argue the opposite all you want, but just know that you're wrong.
Whenever I see someone is posting their girlfriend or their boyfriend constantly on their story or constantly on their Instagram, I instantly think that those two are not in a happy relationship. If you love someone, you love them. You do not need to post it in your story. I get if you do something rare, like if you both go out for a nice meal or to a nice hotel, but if it's constantly bombarded on your story, you should instantly look at that and go, those two are not in a happy relationship because they're clearly trying to overcompensate for something.
You know those too good to be true happy couples on social media? They're big fat lying liars. A study found that the more insecure a couple is, the more they post those lovey-dovey photos and those saccharine, hardly readable captions like, I love you so much, babe, I'm so lucky, mwah, mwah, mwah. And you absolutely know a couple like this. Their relationship is one big old hot mess, but they're trying to create this facade online of something perfect. The girly pops online already know this, but if you start seeing an overabundance of photos of the two of them on social media, or maybe they're just posting these horribly long diatribes about love, it's time to start wondering who cheated or who's Googling divorce lawyers. But honestly, it's not just relationships that are in trouble that get amped up online, because people who are generally anxious tend to amp up the happy posts online because it's that whole smile though your heart is breaking sort of thing. I mean, we've all done it. Life is falling apart, but why not slap a filter on that and try to convince everyone else and yourself that things are perfectly fine. Great even. But come here, I got something to tell you. Painting your life as one rosy highlight reel online is a bit diluted because life sucks sometimes. It's part of being human. But also, fake it till you make it never really hurt anyone, right? But back to other people. The next time you see a couple that just can't stop posting about each other, yeah, there's a chance that they're really in love, but according to research, it's more likely that they're just completely in denial. And when the breakup inevitably comes, you can confidently say, I told you so.
The relationships that you see online are not real. Just because a couple looks perfect online does not at all mean that they're actually perfect behind closed doors. I've noticed a lot of couples even try to overcompensate sometimes with their posts on social media to try to prove to everyone how perfect they really are. When I was in high school, there was this one couple that was like couples goals to everyone. Everybody would always like look up to them at my school. And majority of the reason was because they would always post the cutest pictures on Instagram, always the longest paragraphs about how much they loved each other. So everyone obviously just thought they were doing great. Well, plot twist, he cheated on her all the time, and I'm pretty sure she also cheated on him. Social media does not mean shit, and by you posting cute couples pictures, it doesn't just mean you guys are a happy, healthy, perfect couple. And as far as like the influencer couples that post so many cute videos all the time on TikTok and Instagram, please understand that this is their job. They have now made a career posting couples videos, so of course they're gonna make their videos look cute and look like they're a perfect couple. And I'm not trying to be a hater. There's absolutely couples that post pictures like that and are actually happy, healthy, and adorable. However, a lot of times it's fake, and I just don't want people comparing their situations to other people's when they don't even know the full truth about it. Anyways, social media is fake. Love you guys.